fans, and welcome to another episode of Silver Screams Reacts. It's been a while!
It's been a long time. For those of you who don't watch my channel and the reaction videos, there is things going on in our apartment, so we are kind of living in about half of it. And so it's been interesting filming, which is why this channel has kind of been on hiatus for a little while.
Yeah, we've got a lot to catch up on. Scream Queens, Scream, Ash vs. Evil Dead. There's a lot we need to sit down and get caught up on, but
sitting on the floor sucks.
It really does, and just life in general has been super busy, and the construction in the apartment did not help things. So, long story short, it's been interesting, and we apologize for the long delay.
We haven't forgotten about you.
Of course not, and Silver Screams is something that I love. I would never give it up without a good reason. But Katie found something, while we were all out and about today, Katie found something all kinds of spectacular. They released a teaser trailer, an 18-second teaser trailer, because I guess screw you, everyone. We have to have teasers for our teasers now for some reason.
Our teaser trailers usually at least 30-40 seconds long.
I would think like a minute, like 40 is 40 minimum, right? Like 30 if you want to be like real
like 30
edgy.
seconds is usually. I mean, we're complaining about a space of 12 seconds, but holy, that's a really small
I mean, when you're only 30 seconds long, 12 seconds is over a third.
It's over a third. That's right.
Here's the thing. This is for The Mummy, the remake, with Tom Cruise and Sophia Boutella?
Sophia Boutella, I believe, and Annabelle Wallis.
And the thing is that, you know, the Mummy movies in the late 90s / early 2000s
were amazing.
Well, it depends on your definition of amazing.
Okay, I didn't say it was a tour de force. I said it was amazing, which is like
a big part of like my middle school experience. I loved the first two Mummy movies. Like they were like I said, they were a big part of my middle school experience. So
I couldn't handle the trailer, but I came to love them in college.
Well, if it makes you feel better, for the benefit of the audience here, the first one came out when I was in 4th or 5th grade. I watched it and I had trouble going to sleep that night because
yeah, the fourth one is a little scary.
No, the first one, you mean?
The fourth one. Where the fuck?
I was gonna say they never made it.
You said 4th grade, and my brain.
First one was. So, like, again, it's been a long everything,
y'all.
This is pre-horror movie lover Megan. This is still very easily scared Megan. And so a mummy sucking the life force out of people, along with man-eating scarab beetles, scared the crap out of me. I loved it, but it scared the crap out of me, even though it was a fun adventure romp.
Oh, I saw the trailer, and 4th grade Katie immediately exited stage left.
Yeah, the concept...
Goodbye.
The concept of horror comedy did not occur to me when I was that age. Like, I didn't know you were allowed to be both. And in this case, it was more of like an adventure film. It's not even really horror, even though it's a remake of the horror classic, The Mummy movie.
Is it?
I mean, this is a Universal film, and the Universal monster films are The Mummy. And this is supposed to be... Originally, it was supposed to be Dracula Untold, but this is officially the first one in what is supposed to be the Avengers of the Universal monsters.
They didn't keep Dracula Untold because it bombed.
Because it bombed.
Because it was
terrible. Also probably because it wasn't very good.
Yeah, no, it was terrible. I'm like, okay, you can sit here and you can rag on the original Iron Man all you want, but the original Iron Man was a solid movie.
I was gonna say, who's ragging on the original Iron Man? The original
Iron Man... More people than you'd think.
The original Iron Man was great. Screw you guys.
More people than you'd think. There are people who are like, oh, Iron Man, it really started with Captain America.
Come at me.
Whatever.
Come at me, bros.
You can rag about the very first of whatever. Fine. You can rag about Man of Steel. I do it all the dang time.
Difference is Man of Steel versus Iron Man. But anyway, you were saying.
Iron Man is a solid movie. Man of Steel, for its many, many flaws, for the most part is a solid movie. Dracula Untold.
Charles Dance is in it.
It's about as solid as your... I don't even know.
Luke Evans is handsome. That's all I got.
That's not gonna carry a movie.
Dominic Cooper's handsome. That's all I got, guys. Is that that they're good actors in a bad movie. Anyway, let's go ahead.
Mummy.
Point being is the Mummy franchise is very important to me. Third film and the Scorpion King spin-offs aside, the Mummy franchise is very important to me. So when they announced that they were remaking this, I was skeptical, and then they said they wanted to make the Mummy a woman, and I was like, hell to the yeah. A universal horror monster that isn't the bride of someone. Like, that's something I can get behind.
True. I'm starting to run out of booze, so we should do this.
Let's do this. Kanpai!
Alright, and play.
I saw her. And she is real.
Whoa!
Dang!
Trailer Sunday! So this wasn't even a teaser trailer. This was a trailer for the trailer.
Yeah, like I said, we have to have teasers for our teasers now.
Okay.
This is ridiculous.
This is not a big enough bottle, but I suppose we'll see you Sunday.
I mean, for the tiny glimpses that we saw,
The eye thing!
the Mummy is very impressive.
The eye thing!
Now, the bad part about...
She doesn't look like a mummy. She looks sexy.
She does look sexy.
Whereas Imhotep spent most of the movie with this.
As a terrifying walking corpse.
Which is the point.
I mean, to be fair, when you cast that actress, she's gorgeous. I'm not gonna... And who knows, she might start
the
off...
guy who played Imhotep was a looker.
He was very handsome.
But it's okay
talking
for
about
guys.
handsome.
But it's okay for guys to be ugly in movies, but it's not okay for girls to be ugly.
To be fair,
in
he
movies.
did wander around. Once he was human, he spent most of his time in a loincloth. But anyway, to be fair, this is just a glimpse. When she's initially resurrected, she could also be a walking corpse. That might be her at full power.
If she initially resurrects as sexy, I'm gonna be pissed. Because we've seen actual mummies.
Well,
they ain't pretty.
Yeah. Well, and
They're
even
not
if
pretty.
we're talking about the 1998 Mummy, which we are because I love it so much, Anck-su-namun, when they resurrected her, she was a dried up corpse, and she only got to be like, she was sexy at the beginning of the movie, but she only got to be like sexy again when they did the sequel and like they reincarnation and all that really silly stuff. But who cares? It was great.
Sequel was pretty damn good.
Up until you actually see the Scorpion King, and then you're like,
That doesn't count.
that
That's
CGI
some dated
budget.
CGI.
That CGI budget certainly ran out. Everything else, like all of the stunts look great, all of the practical effects look great, all of the CGI, like
The little guys
pygmies and mummies
across
look
the-
great,
yeah.
and the Scorpion King himself looks terrible.
The Scorpion King looks like a video game villain, and part of it is he's half human, so you get the Uncanny Valley CGI because they just weren't there yet. I mean, hell, they weren't there for Tron Legacy, which made me sad because Uncanny
You gotta
Valley...
get weta on that shit.
Yeah.
As Jeremy John says, you gotta get weta on that shit.
You do. I know what they're doing.
Talking about this weekend, Moana opened, and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is in that. The Scorpion King was Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's first film role. Like, so that's kind of special that we're talking about that right now. But
Thank you, Scorpion King, for getting him started because holy shit, Moana is amazing.
I will say though, like the look of the sarcophagus, it looks a little. Maybe it's just again
Like it's made for a horror movie.
Well, no, I mean I'm not just talking about the sarcophagus. I mean her, and it might just be because that is currently her looking like sexy, and again, assuming that's the point in the movie where she's at full power.
Hopefully.
It looks a little too J-horror for me, like with the ashen skin, and like she looks like she like walked out of The Grudge or something like that. And even the dark symbols like on her skin, I'm like, that's like, yeah. It's not necessarily The Ring or The Grudge, but it's reminiscent.
You know what we should do? Wait for the next video.
We should. I have a lot of feelings. I'm sorry.
We're running out of space on the camera, and we have been promised a trailer in, I want to say, 64 hours time or less.
Should I just? I mean, maybe I should just hold on to this video so that we can like do the initial reaction and then do the full trailer reaction.
That's a good idea.
Okay, so this won't be uploaded until after Sunday then.
Well, I wasn't kidding about See You Sunday.
All right, yeah. we're gonna see you Sunday. We're back. We are giving you a message from the past.
It's still the past by the time you're watching this.
It's still the past, but it's the future past.
No, it's the present for us right now.
Yes, it is. It's the future.
I'm helping.
It's the future for our past selves and your current present. Yeah, there. As you are watching this. Anyway, hey guys, we're back. It's, fast forward.
Sunday night.
It's Sunday night. The trailer dropped tonight, so we get to see the full version of the trailer. Let's not waste any time.
Let's do it.
Let's react to this.
Let's do this.
And then judge it thoroughly. I don't know about you. I am ready to criticize and or praise the fuck out of
I was
this.
gonna say, I'm turning it up. Why isn't that?
Oh. Ooh. Next Jack Reacher movie.
He kind of is.
Okay.
You think he's gonna use it as an excuse to run towards the camera a lot?
Oh, if he doesn't run in this movie, it's not a Tom Cruise movie.
So why did they deadlift the... Okay, maybe don't open it while you're in an enclosed space.
This is giving me Dracula 2000 flashbacks.
Oh. Are those are birds.
Yup.
I had a moment of, are those bats? But no.
Uh-huh.
That's absolutely how that works.
I mean, give them props if this is a rotating set. Oh. It's a good thing I don't have to worry about gravity. Is the coffin staying stable this whole time?
Don't know.
Oh, damn. Did Tom Cruise die and, like, she brings him back? Holy cow. I think he did.
I'm glad they put that nice little napkin over his dick.
New world of gods and monsters.
I saw her. She is real.
You gonna explain how you didn't die?
Please meet Princess Amunet. She will claim what she has been denied.
What has she been denied?
A throne? And now that's just the...
Yeah, that's just the stinger. So...
I'm far less interested in this movie now. And I think it's because, again, we're looking at this as a remake of The Mummy. And The Mummy was an action-adventure movie that had a sense of humor. It definitely had its really freaky moments, but it had a sense of humor. And this just like this looks like they're trying to recut it as another action horror monster movie, and it just looks generic.
Again,
It could just be a trailer that makes it look that way when it's not that way at all. Like, that is entirely possible, but this trailer made me far less interested than the teaser did.
You know, yeah, because the teaser looked, I mean, for 18 seconds they used it. I will say for this one here, if I was sitting in a movie theater and I had no idea what this was, this would be a great introduction. Like, just the plane crash in and of itself, like, that's interesting. And it doesn't give you a ton about, like, and this is where I'm going to disagree with you a little bit. Like, I still think the teaser, as you said, was better, but I actually think this was a solid trailer, because a trailer is supposed to give you a bit of the tone, the characters, and a scene. It's like, here's a little bit of the movie without ruining the rest of it for you. And I think this does a pretty good job at that.
I think I'm just disappointed in the projected tone of the movie itself.
The problem is that, and granted, the classic Universal horror movie monsters coming together I'm sure it's a universal decision of like, because this is kind of like
Marvel did it.
Yeah, but it looks like they're going a little bit more of the DC route in terms of we have to put the gray filter on everything. We have to, living in a post 9/11 world, we have to have that dark, gritty realism.
Which is
particularly
stupid, because the Mummy that we know, and again, not the original, but the one that
the one from the 90s and the early 2000s.
Believed in color.
Lots of color.
It wasn't necessarily like, oh my god, it's a beautiful movie, but it was vibrant and fun to watch. And this everything is in teal or orange thing is just killer.
And you know what
it's
else?
Terrible.
You know what else the original or the 90s one had? Odette Fair.
Odette Fair is incredible, and I love him.
What were we talking about?
Odette Fair.
Yeah, we
We'll
were.
just talk about Odette Fair.
We can. Wouldn't it be great if he came back and made a cameo and
Came back and was just like,
completely
this
different
shit again.
Completely different mummy curse. It's okay. I'm a magi or it depends on the movie is how we pronounce it.
So basically he shows up and is just like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Again, guys, I thought
This
we were
again.
done with this. At least as it.
No, we were done
I will-
with this in the early 1900s. What the heck are you doing now?
I'm interested in the motivations of the mummy herself. Because Imhotep was, I mean, he wanted power, obviously, but the crux of it is that he was motivated by love. And, you know, take that how you will. And ultimately that ended up being his destruction, too. Spoiler alert. But
These are over 10 years old.
But that,
forget it.
I know, but that's
20.
something that I always, don't say that. The first one came out in 98.
Almost 20.
Ugh. Ooh. Maybe 99. Ugh.
Almost 20.
I'm upset now. Anyway, but that, you know, again, that's the crux of his character. Yeah, power corrupts. He was a bad dude, but ultimately, like, love was his motivating factor, which gave him a little bit of depth and a little bit of, like, empathy, at least on my end. Like, when he calls it quits, like, I felt kind of bad for him. Like,
It's just like, I worked so hard to bring this woman I love back to let. There she goes.
there she goes.
Right
There
next to
she
these,
goes
right next to
again.
these modern people whom I've been trying to screw over this whole time, and she came back for him without hesitation, and it's just like, we could have had it all.
Yeah, like he was done. He threw in the towel. He's like, okay,
Obviously, this was not worth it. Imhotep out.
Imhotep out.
Like, bye.
So I'll be very interested to know what this mummy's motivation is, and I want to say the
power,
love.
I'm going to assume.
I would kind of like it if it wasn't love, yeah, because she's
assuming power.
She's a woman, and I'm also wondering ultimately when they do combine their horror movie monsters together for like the ultimate monster mash. I'm wondering, I'm like, well, okay, are they going to be anti-heroes, or are they going to be like the evil League of Evil that our various, like, everymans have to take down? Like, I assume because they're monsters, they'd be the bad guys or anti-heroes at worst. I really don't see how that lady could
I'm going
possibly
to fight for truth and justice
and the American way, even though I'm Egyptian.
The Egyptian way.
Truth, justice, and the Egyptian way. Bye, Ra, I'll do it. I love her design.
See it happening.
I love her design. It's not overtly sexy. Like, she's still, like, she's a very beautiful lady, but it's not, like, super sexualized, at least as far as I can see.
From what we can see, we mostly saw her sarcophagus.
Mostly saw her sarcophagus, and it looks like they're still trying to make her pretty monstrous. That being said, we're only seeing glimpses of it. I'm sure they're gonna overtly sexualize her.
Thanks,
so
Hollywood.
We'll see. And that's something I was concerned about. I was really excited that we were gonna get a female mummy, but I was also concerned. I was like, oh, can we not objectify her?
Here's this sexy dead person.
Can we not objectify her?
Can we just step back and look at all of the problems that come with sexy dead person?
I mean, vampires have been doing it for a long time.
So
Warm Bodies did it.
So many problems. It's still
Point being,
Warm Bodies didn't the Warm Bodies did sexualize the girl, and she was alive. Didn't sexualize the guy.
They made him like pouty, whatever. Anyway,
it's not the same.
They made him like they tried to make him appeal to teenage girls, though.
Oh, well, yeah.
Anyway,
sexy dead body. Still
that's a different type of exploitation.
Still a problem.
Point being, is that I'm interested to see what her motivations are, and I'm also interested to see what it takes to bring her back. If it was just disturbing her sarcophagus, if that's enough to bring her back. If
they airlifted it out of a temple and put it in.
If Jack Reacher is now somehow tied to her life force, like if she has some sort of power over him, if she overtly brought him back to be her minion, that I think would be interesting. Like she's like, you saved people when we were plummeting to the ground. You could be useful. I'm gonna make you my minion.
That one.
That one. Yeah, exactly. So, it'll be interesting to see if, like, she has some sort of tie or control over him. And I'm also interested to see the level of her regeneration, if it's gonna be like with Imhotep, where she's just a walking corpse at first and has to, like...
God, I hope so.
absorb the life force of other people before
hope so. If she just rises from the coffin a sexy chick, I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah, I would like, this sounds weird to say, but I would love to see her as a decomposing corpse before she regains full power. She doesn't necessarily...
Equal treatment.
And here's the thing, is I don't want a beat for beat remake of the 90s Mummy, because
we've already foregone that.
I know, which is great. And it's like, look, if you're gonna start fresh with a new villain and make her a woman, and you're not, hopefully we're not gonna have any stupid Ghostbusters backlash or anything like that. I doubt that, because she's sexy.
No, because our main character is still Tom Cruise.
Jack Reacher, yes.
And we still have a sexy woman for him to save.
A sexy blonde woman. And I don't know about you.
Everyone else was in freaking army fatigues and full whatever, and she's got her thing unbuttoned to here, and I'm like, whoever dressed her is an idiot.
Well, and again, and I'm wondering if Russell Crowe's character is like somebody who designed all of this to happen. Like, he's like, I wanted her to come and take over London for some reason.
I'm into sexy dead bodies.
Ugh. That did not come out like I meant it to.
No, I'm fully expecting that to be the reason. Necrophilia.
Or maybe he thinks he can control whatever power she's bringing back. I don't know. Or maybe
I am fully just going to go with
ancient prophecy. I don't know.
I am just going with I'm into sexy dead bodies.
She's pretty, and that's it.
Sexy dead bodies.
I'm willing to give it a chance.
Take a shot every time I say sexy dead bodies in this video.
I'm willing to give it a chance, and that says a lot because I love the Scott Summer movies. Like, a lot. I know they're dumb, but I love them.
I, on the other hand, am automatically turned off by a gray filter. Just completely, utterly, in most forms, where is your saturation? What the fuck?
I'll give them credit for the London scenes being overtly gray, because London is pretty overcast most of the time.
London still has a lot of color in it.
Of course it does.
The buildings were gray. The buildings are not gray in London.
Gray filter to make it overcast. It's fine.
I am immediately turned off by a gray filter, and that combined with really liking the 90s Mummies movie is just like, I understand what you're going for, but you pinged my nostalgia button and then steamrollered it, and that... I'll wait for another trailer. I'll do the same thing that I did for Batman v Superman and Doctor Strange and wait for the reviews. Doctor Strange had really good reviews, and I did go see it, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
It's great.
Batman v Superman had terrible reviews, and from what I've seen, it was probably a good thing that I never trundled my ass to the theater for that one. So I will be waiting for the reviews for this one. I'll give it a cautious we'll see. But that trailer has managed to thoroughly kill the excitement that I had for the teaser. Like
I said, I feel like not knowing what this was and going into a movie theater and seeing this trailer would be breathtaking. It would be like, whoa, I'm into it.
But we know it's a Mummy remake.
Knowing it's a Mummy remake, it does take a little bit of the wind out of my sails, but ultimately I'm still willing to give it a chance. And guys, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna be there opening weekend. Like, that's how much control this franchise has over me. I will be there regardless of whether the subsequent trailers look terrible. And for the record, I think this is a great trailer. Whether or not the movie will be great, we'll see.
Yeah, it is a well put together trailer.
Yeah.
Just for a movie that I'm no longer excited for.
Yeah. So we shall see.
We shall.
So in the meantime,
Sexy dead bodies.
you know, I was going to ask where people could go to find you, but I don't think anyone wants to find you right now.
Nope. Bye. On Twitter and most of the social medias at Kiaxet. That is Kiaxet.
And I'm Megan. You guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TheMenguin. That's TheMenguin. Be sure to follow Silver Screams at Silver_Screams on Twitter and Instagram. Like us on Facebook. All that jazz.
If you want to see reaction videos that are reacting to non-horror stuff, you can trundle on over to my YouTube channel, which is also Kiaxet, and we're mostly doing trailer reactions, Ruby, generally whatever else strikes our fancy. I keep saying at some point I'm going to react to experience points, and I don't know what time is right now, so...
No, but it's life.
And this is killing us.
A little bit. Also, yeah, as far as stuff for this channel goes, with the exception of the things that we need to talk about, for the most part, until construction is done, stuff will still remain a little bit on a hiatus. Although you will see things pop up occasionally. There's something else we want to react to relatively soon, so be on the lookout for that. Again, thank you guys for bearing with us.
Yeah.
We know it's hard to like stick with a channel when they're not regularly updating, especially when like the shows that they talk about are updating and on hiatus as well and things like that. So thank you guys for sticking with us. We really appreciate it.
We do.
And thank you for, again, not spoiling us for anything. It really means a lot. So thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you all next time.